Hello and welcome to another video. As you can see, my bike is on the bike stand, and that means we are getting my bike winter ready. The snow has been approaching us in Switzerland and I have been a bit under the weather, as you can maybe hear in my voice. So I thought this might be the perfect opportunity to get this bike properly winter ready. So we are going to do a couple of things. First of all, we are going to install a new bottom bracket shell and a new bottom bracket, and we are going to put some new tires on the bike, which are a bit wider, a bit more tread, so that we can also ride when it's getting really muddy and slimy outside. But before we can do that, we have to properly wash the bike, so we are going to do that as well. So today is a bit more of a different video than usual. We are going over some bike maintenance and some parts exchanges. So yeah, with that being said, let's take the bike into the bathroom, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm washing my bike usually. So without further ado, let's go. Today we are trying something a little bit different than usual, and that is this POV view. Let me know in the comments down below if you like it or not. So let's start with the first of our tasks today, and that is getting this chain off. So we just have to find the master link, and maybe you're wondering why I already have this weird concoction going. I had to find the standard of the bottom bracket, which was not in the description of the bike itself on the website. So I had to dismantle it already to buy the part, and that's why it's looking a bit weird. Let's get these pliers here. There we go. Chain is off. We will clean the chain separately in just a bit. And with that being done, we can now take the bike off the bike stand. As you can see, I usually do the cleaning in my bathtub. Don't really have anything else that I can do it with. So I'll just put that bike here. Let's get everything off the bike that shouldn't get too wet. And the first thing I usually do is I spray it down to get all of the dirt off. That is good enough. The second step is getting all of the oily parts drenched in muck off bike cleaner. And now just wash it off again. And again, clean the brake rotors here. Let's let that dribble off a bit. Go over it with a microfiber cloth. Don't forget your rims as well. All right, that's good enough for me. So let's get the bike out of here and then get it in the bike stand. All right, here we go. And then let's get to the first part of today's challenge, and that is swapping out these tires and setting them up tubeless. So what we have to do is we have to take both of the wheels out, of course. Just take it out. Here we go. And then get this off as well. So now what we have to do is we have to take off the tires. So let's open up the valves here. Let's get the tire levers, the good ones from Schwalbe, the tires. Put everything on the ground here, doesn't matter. And let's start with the back wheel. So first of all, we have to get it all off of the rim bed. That can be quite an annoying job. And let's start off the opposite side of the valve hole. That should be the one with the least tension on it. And then it's usually a very annoying ordeal of the little tire lever in. Just pulling it out. As you can see, this is sometimes much more difficult than you would hope it would be. That's good. And then here we go. Not such a big problem. So let's get the front tire off as well. And then the same procedure from the other side. All right, and as you can see here, you can see that it's a bit of a disgusting matter with tubeless. There's still a lot in here. And when people say that they don't like tubeless because of the setup, I can definitely see that. As you can see here, it's a bit of a hassle and it's quite annoying. With that being done, we can get to the tires and put them on here. And then let's see how quickly they seal. Cut off these bad boys. Get them ready. Let's start with the front. First of all, always just make them as round as you can. Get them in shape. So what you do is you lay the tire in, and first you have to pop in one side. So not both sides at the same time. Just here. Just get it over and you can just pull it into the channel. Maybe even a little spanner thing. That usually helps. Here we go. That is one side in, as you can see here. And what we have to do now, which is very important, is you see here, the valve has to be covered, of course. So we'll just pull the tire over the valve here. And now we can put the second wall in as well. And I can already feel like these are going on very, very easily. So what we can already do is I'm gonna insert the one in here, just so the tire doesn't open too far. And then we can pour the tubeless sealant in here. And then first things first, shake them real good. And then it's about, I think, 100 milliliters. Now we slowly turn the tire so that the sealant is on the side that tire is already on fully, just like this. And now we can pop the tire on in its entirety. And this again will be a bit of a messy job. That is just how it is usually. You can also use a towel, that's really helpful. More grip is always better. Pull, and here we go. Now the tire is fully on the wheel, which is great, but now we just have to inflate it. Still, we can pull out that one. And what I have here is a booster pump. So this is specifically made for tubeless. You have a inflate area and you have a charge area. So we put it into charge. The pressure in here is about 10 bars now, almost 11. That's not the pressure that's going in the tire. That's just the pressure in the chamber. So let's turn it around, open up the valve, get the pump in here, and hopefully it will seal. You will hear that by the little bang sounds. Let's see. Yes, that sounds very good. Very, very good. The tire itself has a pressure of 3 bars now, which is also a bit much, but great for sealing it. Shake it around, as you can hear already, or better, the lack of noise of escaping air is a good sign that the tire is fully sealed and ready to go onto the bike again. So I've had a little cup here. Here we go. And that's the first success of the day. Here we go. All right. Now we just have to do the exact same thing for the second wheel, and then we see each other again for the installation of the bottom bracket shell. So this is the bottom bracket or bottom bracket shell. You have 2 little shells which are going on each side of the bottom bracket housing. First things first, we have to get this tool. What I'm gonna do though, because I have had problems with creaking in the past, I'm gonna use some Loctite on the outside. That is some Loctite, and with that we can take the nut out. Let's see if we are parallel. This looks good. We are parallel on this side. Tighten it too much. Take the bolt out again, but it looks great, perfectly parallel. Then again, we are going to just gently push it into the bottom bracket housing, ensuring it's perfectly parallel. And again, some Loctite on the outside. Just turn it around. All right, looks good. Take off the bolt again. Last step is to get the spindle. What we are not going to do is we are not going to grease it now, because the bottom bracket shell actually comes pre-greased. So that is quite nice. So all we have to do now is we have to insert the spindle. Then we need to get a big wrench, 10 millimeters. Now we just have to make do with the tools that we have and get it to a higher torque rating, and that should be it for the bottom bracket. And now the last thing that we are going to do is we are fully degreasing the chain and then putting it back on the bike. That one was still good, so let's do that real quick. All right, with the chain back to its old glory, let's put it on the bike. We will do that from here. So let's get it here, get it down here, and then through the big pulley wheel. All we have to do now is insert the master link. All right, put some pressure on it. So, chain is on the bike, new bottom bracket is installed, new tires are installed. What is left? Of course, we still have to loop the chain. So, always make sure to keep your bike in the best condition possible. It looks ready to go for the winter time with these knobbly tires, clean drivetrain, and new bottom bracket installed. So yeah, we are ready for the winter. So let this video be a reminder to you to always stay on top of your game when it comes to bike maintenance. But still, I hope you've gotten anything out of the video, and if you did, please consider liking or subscribing. It really helps my channel out. But in any case, have a great week. Bye bye.